Hello, and welcome to a preview assignment for quantitative reasoning. Let's see, as most things, we need to go to learning plan, and we will be in learning plan 1, and we'll start with lesson 2, because lesson 1 had no previews. So lesson 2, okay, preview, graphical displays. And it's always going to show up stating what are you going to look at? What is the purpose of these previews? And this one here, it looks like we will learn how to read a dot plot, find the mean, which means calculation, find the median, read a histogram, read a box plot. So with reading, we're really referring to interpretations. Interpreting. And with find, basically calculate the number. Now we also going to have to do some definitions. One thing was mentioned in an earlier video is as you come across new words, to write them down in a notebook and put the definition next to them. A lot of these definitions you can find ultimately. Look up here, A to Z, that's a glossary. It's a glossary of the various words and definitions. Have to ignore the overwrites for a second. And for mean and median, that's an M. That's an M. And look down. Hey, here's a mean. Arithmetic average, basically add them up, divide by how many numbers you had. Median is a middle score of an ordered listing. So take all the number of data points, line them up from low to high, and it's basically the very middle number. And depending sometimes maybe the mean of the two middle numbers. And there's lots of other definitions in here. Now for the other ones, like histogram, bar graph showing a frequency distribution, dot plot. Oh. I don't see dot plot. How about box plot? I'm not seeing box plot. So some of these you may have to look up on your own. So let's see. So mean, median, and histogram were in the glossary. Dot plot and box plot were not. So we're going to learn how to read a dot plot, find mean, the median, read a histogram, read a box plot. Again, like I said in this class, you'll need to know the definitions of the mean and median and be able to read and interpret what's meant by dot plots, histograms, box plots, which are graphical displays of data. In fact, here's a dot plot. Pretty descriptive. It's a bunch of dots plotted. But each of these dots means something. Basically, this here is a plot of what? Let's read the heading. February 2011, Consumer Report. Plot out the results of consumer testing on folding exercise treadmills. Treadmills were rated on various features. Can you read that? Readings were combined to create an overall score rating, shown in the dot plot below. And it looks like they were looking at 15 machines, which means one machine, a machine that was looked at these features, means someone gave this guy a score of 81 out of 100. Another machine, or another person gave a machine a score of 50. Looks like here we had 3 scores of, let's see, 70, 71, 72 of 73 ratings. Okay. So if they're stacked in the vertical, they mean the same scores. 73, 73, 73. Over here, at this example, looks like 3 of 69. So that's reading these items. Okay, so question 1. In your binder, notebook binder, write a sentence that describes the meaning of the leftmost point on the plot. Well, I guess you need to know your left from your right. Here's your right point. Here's your left. Okay. So let's see, leftmost point is a 50. What does that 50 mean? So I want you to pause this video for a little bit, give it a pause, and think about it. Write down the answer, and then we'll go look at it. You're pausing, right? And right now, I guess you're unpausing. Listen to the rest of this. All right. Again, this was ratings. So one possible answer is a treadmill. I'm just going to say A. Was given an overall rating by Consumer Report. I should have capitals there. Of 50 out of 100. That's one possible answer. So it was the answer given by the book. The lowest rating given to a treadmill by Consumer Report magazine in its 2011 testing was a 50. Okay, they won that by saying that wasn't just 50; it was actually the lowest. So a little more. So they gave a little more description into it. So now I know that. You modify that, which was the lowest score given. What was you ready to modify your answer based on what the book said? Always got to erase between slides. Okay. Okay, now review the prompt, enter your response in the box. Recall the definition of the mean and median of a data. Remember, mean is basically average. Median middle score. Without computing the mean or median, estimate the center of the rating distribution of the ratings. Okay, we need a picture. So what we're trying to say now is eyeball it. Well, the mean is a kind of of weighing, you know, left and right, how it feels in terms of these are all little weights on a seesaw about where would you want to put the center. And I got some really, this one's going to draw the center towards it. So if I was going to do an eyeball, I would probably put the balance point about here. And median is kind of like looking back and forth on where you think the total number of masses are, total number, equal on both sides, and I'd probably put the median. Not erasing. Put the median about here of 71. Okay, so mean, 70, median 71. That's my guess. What do you think? Why don't you put on pause and think over yourself for a second? Don't gotta agree with me. Okay, unpause. Can't check the answer. Eyeball the median, which value appears to have equal points on either side. When ready, close out this hint to return the video. I think this is causing a problem. Aha. Mean equals 70, median equals 71. Estimates may vary, but should be around 70 to 71. Not too bad. Like I said, our eyeball check was 70, 71. Let's see. Also, it can be put into a histogram or a box plot. What is the first thing you notice about the data displayed in the histogram? Contrast this information communicated by the histogram and the dot plot. The dot plot is a histogram. And just so we can do them both all side by side. And what do they ask for? What's the first thing you notice about data displayed in the histogram? Thing to look at is shape. Well, starts at low, peaks, and then goes back and then decreases again. So there is definitely a center. Definitely basically a peak, which we can call a center, most likely items where the mean and median tends to reside. Like I said, starts with small values. Starts with small values, increases, peaks, and then falls off again. Now contrast this to the histogram. Now let's see. basically it just jumps up, dips down, jumps up, dips down. I guess with some stretched imagination, you can say there's some similarities to it. But with the dot plot, as you hopefully you can see, is it doesn't give as much information of what the central tendency of the data could tell you, could be. So let's see what we got here. Sample answer 1. I found it easier to estimate the center by looking at the histograms without all the distracting dots. Sample answer 2. The dot plot is easy to read because you can see all of the actual data value. Good point. That's a good point. So like I said, each of these data points means something. This is all what they call raw data. The actual, all the information is there. To make this histogram, basically, see, that column between 65 and 70, they essentially took all the numbers all the data points between 65 and 70. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you look, that goes up to the level, that goes up to 8 points. It says between 65 and 70, I have 8 samples. I have eight values. Yes, I do. But in histogram, I don't know how many of them were 70. Don't know how many of them were 60, 69, 68. Don't know how many were 67. There were none. 6, 7, 6, 9, yeah, 70. So you do lose some information in histograms. So again, it depends on what you're looking for. We call the characteristics of a box plot. Here's a box plot of treadmill data. Okay, describe 3 features of the box plot in context. Let's see. Go on pause, and go online. Look up, just Google box plot and look up what the characteristics of a box plot are. Maybe you also want to look at something called 5-number summary. So you can come back and talk about the series box plot. So go on pause, bring up another window, go to Google, and see what's happening. I'll wait. Good, you're back. All right, so let's see, 5-number summary. Basically is min, max, median, second quartile, first quartile, third quartile. All right, those are your 5-number summaries. Each quartile represents 25% of the data points. So we go back to the box plot. 25% of the data, let's see, goes from 50, looks like 68. So between 50 and 68, that's 1/4 of all your responses. Between quartile 1 and median, which looks like to be 71, that's another 25% of all the data points. Quartile 3 here appears to be 73. Just going down the line number there. 73, 71, 72, 73. Okay, between 71 and 73 is another 25%. And then 73 to 80 is your last 25%. So 3 features. We describe. It describes the box plot describes the minimum number value, the maximum, of course, the median, cutoff for your first quartile, cutoff for your third quartile. The box itself, quartile 1 to quartile 3 is half, or 50% of your data points. So half of all your data is between quartile 1 and quartile 3. That's what that'd say here. Box indicate. You get 50% of the treadmill earned range between 68 and 73 or so. Left whisker shows that 25% treadmills are earned between 50 and 68. Right whisker tells us that 25 between 73 to 81. And we kind of like discussed that. All those items were discussed when we were looking at this image here. So yeah, box plot tells a lot. Compute the mean, median, answers to the 10th places. See resources, mean, mode, median. All right, find the mean and median. All right, first thing you need to do, and take a few seconds, go out, again, pause, and tabulate all the numbers. What I mean by that is, well, I got 50. Looks like a 59, 61, 3, 64, 66, 67. Here's a kicker. When you do that, you got to do all 3 68s, all 3 70s, and so forth. So why don't you go do that? Hopefully you've done that, and choose something like this for all your data. Oh. Rushed it a little bit. Always double check your numbers. One thing you're going to learn in statistics is always double check your numbers. All right, so here's what you should have gotten. So the median is basically the set of numbers. So let's count how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have 26 numbers. And the rule is take that number, divide by 2, and the only trick is if you get a whole number, basically you have an even number, you need to count out 13. Left to right, count 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here is your 13th number. What we're going to do to get our mean is to look at the 13th and the 14th number. So in this case, 70. We'll add them together, divide by 2, and we'll get a median of 70.5, which means median means I have the same number of values to the left and to the right. So to get 26, I'll have 13 values to his right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to its right, or left and right. If by chance it was, say, only 25, let's just say it was only 25. So we have a half a number. What we'll do is we'll round up to the 13th value, and that number is the center. Which means you have 12 to the left and 12 to the right. Okay. So there's our median, 70.5. To get the mean, you got to add all these numbers up. You need to add them all up, then divide by how many you have. So, the general equation is mean equals summation of all your x's over how many you have. In this case, some number divided by 26. So, something about divided by 26. So take a few minutes, add them up, and see what you get. So put me on pause, add them up. Now, if you did all that, I'm not going to do everything. Did all that, you should have found median 70.5, which we did, and mean. You should have got, when you add all those numbers up, divided by 26, you get 69.7. So let's see. Hopefully, you can now know what a mean is. You know what a median is. You know how to calculate them. You know how to interpret dot plot. You know how to interpret a box plot. You know how to interpret a histogram. So do your confidence level. And now you should be able to go on and do the textbook workbook exercises and the practice.